Hey, what is up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team, and sorry that I have been missing in action for the past 4 or 5 days. Had a bit of a personal issue, so I've been out of town, but happy to say I am back. Everything is cool, and yeah, it's going to take me a couple of videos to catch up on everything that we've missed. I mean, so much stuff has been going on lately, so look out for those videos. And the first thing I want to start out with today is a news story here. I've been getting a lot of emails about it, with talks of possible cover-up after the Curiosity rover, which is currently on Mars, as many of you know. This rover has been there for years, sending data and pictures back to Earth. Well, the rover has basically gone black due to what they're calling a mysterious glitch in the rover's main computer. The rover has halted all scientific operations, and that basically this glitch is blocking the rover from sending back any of its findings to Earth. And so according to this September 20th report here, the Curiosity mission has ground to a halt after a glitch forced the $2.5 billion rover to terminate all of its scientific experiments, with mission team members stating that the computer aboard the rover can no longer beam back data that is stored in the Curiosity's memory banks, and it can't be sent back to Earth, effectively rendering it useless until the issue is resolved. Researchers said that they are unsure what triggered the computer glitch, and that it could be, quote, some time before engineers manage to diagnose and fix the problem. And that they are also preparing to fire up the backup computer inside Curiosity in case they need the separate system to diagnose the mysterious issue plaguing the main computer. It should also be noted that this glitch follows one of the biggest Martian dust storms on record, which at its peak covered around 14 million square miles of the planet, and actually also knocked out NASA's solar-powered Opportunity rover for around 3 months, due to the cloud totally blocking the sun. So therefore it couldn't get any power. But what happened here, this is actually, they're calling it a mystery glitch inside the computer itself, and has actually nothing to do with the sun, seeing as Curiosity runs on a nuclear-powered battery, so it does not rely on the sun. Now, researchers also said that barring the glitch, the rover is otherwise healthy and responsive, and can still stream real-time data about its status back to mission control, but apparently any information as to what's happening on the planet, or information that the rover is gathering, have been mysteriously blocked from being sent back to Earth, literally blocked from getting beamed back. So obviously this is an ongoing story. Some people, again, are saying, well, this could be a simple ploy, and that they maybe do not want whatever information the rover has picked up on or analyzed getting beamed back to Earth. Or maybe they are getting it, and the glitch is just another story. I certainly wouldn't put it past NASA, because they've done this before. They are notorious for cutting feeds, going black, shutting cameras down, and covering things up. They've done it for years, and I've demonstrated that here on the channel. So, you know, if you're new to the channel, trust me, NASA has a track record of using camera feed blackouts and mystery glitches at what I can only describe as some very suspicious moments and times that these things happen. So, with that, I'll definitely follow this story. We'll see what's going on. What do you guys think? Are they hiding something on Mars? I mean, I've certainly been of the opinion that Mars is chock full of strange things, artificial structures, both above ground and especially under. And so they could have very well found something and are sort of halting all information from getting back to Earth while they disseminate that and figure out what to do. So I think it very well may be possible that this massive dust storm may have uncovered something that was lying dormant underneath the sand for who knows how many thousands or millions of years, and that is now in view of the rover cameras. I mean, that very well could be. I mean, after these massive dust storms, massive amounts of sand are shifted around. And so could that be the reason for this mystery glitch? Did this dust storm uncover something that they don't want us to see, or that they didn't know was there? Tell me what you guys think down below. And in other news, DARPA, which stands for the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, which, if you guys don't know, it's a wing of the Department of Defense. It's best known for its testing and development of some pretty crazy technologies being used by our government here and the powers that be and our troops. Well, they have just created a new brain chip that enables telepathic control of drone swarms. And I mean, I'll quote it right here from the article. They have created a brain-computer interface that enables a person to control everything from a swarm of drones to an advanced jet using nothing but their thoughts and a special brain chip. They are picking up signals from your brain because, as you guys know, your entire body runs on signals being fired back and forth by your brain, and this new technology interacts with those signals, picks them up, and according to this, can now be used to command and control not just one aircraft, but 3 simultaneous types of aircraft. And that is coming straight from Justin Sanchez, who is the director of DARPA's Biological Technology Office. And that even further, the signals from those aircraft can be delivered directly back to the brain so that the brain of that user or pilot can also perceive the surrounding environment. And so, I mean, I'll put the link to this article down below, guys. I won't focus the entire video on it, but suffice it to say, this is where it starts. When they start connecting and infusing technology with our brains, I mean, it's only going to come out one of 2 ways. You guys tell me what you think. And now in UFO sighting news, we have a new video here from YouTube channel Lulu Can Dig, and I'll put the link to this down below, of what appears to be a triangular, or at least the outline of something that looks triangular sitting up above a highway. Now, there's no location, but as you guys are seeing here, we've got what appears to be 3 lights on each corner, very reminiscent of the TR-3B, which is said to be a secret government test craft that they were working on back in the 1970s and 80s. The government claimed that they halted all work on the craft. However, sightings of this thing, I mean, they've been witnessed all over the world, usually with 3 lights, 1 on each corner, sometimes a red glowing light in the center. Now, we're not seeing that, but this definitely is showing hallmarks of that type of craft. There's actually no audio in the video, so I don't need to play it, but very interesting. I'm trying to get some more information on it, so I'll put the link down below, and we'll see what more we can find. Seen up over a highway definitely does look strange, and not your typical flares or Chinese lanterns where usually you have, 50 plus up to hundreds of these things flying every which direction. This looks like something that's sitting there static in the sky, so really, really interesting footage. And lastly, something very strange is said to have been snapped on our moon of what almost appears to be like a bridge or some sort of massive structure coming up off the moon and then connecting back down to it. Now, this photograph was snapped by Tara Anderson, who studies physical sciences at the University of Southern Queensland, Australia, who captured what she described as a very huge structure on the moon on September 19th, and that it doesn't look like it's actually a part of the moon, but something that is attached to the moon. And so here you're seeing a close-up of this, and when I originally saw this, and you'll see this from time to time when you're looking at the moon, and you'll have that shadow, right, going over the horizon line that divides the sunlit part of the moon from the part in shadow, and sometimes you will have craters right on the edge of that shadow line that are at a high enough elevation where the sun will still hit these craters and kind of create some weird looking formations or what look like artificial structures. And when I first saw this, I thought, well, that looks like it may just be a crater. However, as you guys can see, we have this what appears to be something circular, something coming up from the moon and curving back down, but in the area of the moon that's in sunlight, I would think that we would be seeing the other part of this rim, the other half of this crater rim, if this indeed was a crater, but I see nothing of the sort in this sunlit part of the moon. And so that stuck out to me. That was really strange, because if this were a giant crater, I would think we would see all of it, especially on the sunlit side, but we're not. So that has really got me kind of scratching my head, and that this very well could be some sort of massive structure that was caught at just the right angle that may prove once again, and again, this is one of my favorite topics, which is that there are artificial structures scattered all over the moon. And this topic is one of the most well documented in this field. Thousands of photographs analyzed showing things that can only be described as unnatural. Sitting on the moon, sticking up from the moon, things that look like towers, things that look like bridges, satellite dishes, buildings, you name it. And I'm wondering if this is yet another one of those objects, so I will let you guys decide. Tell me what you think of this. And with that, I am going to jump back off here. Like I said, there's a lot to catch up on. I've got a whole list here of other stories I need to get to, but I will have those up in a new video, so stay tuned. I love you guys. I'm happy to be back, and I will see you all here in just a bit.